Hi guys, welcome to today's playful and fluid practice. Today is all about expanding into ourselves, our energy, our bodies, and really our whole self. Playing with some fun balancing postures and really finding a sense of fluidity through the movement, letting go of any perfection and really just embodying a sense of freedom through embodiment. So that's my invitation to you today. I hope you enjoy it. It will be a spicy practice, so as always, if you ever want to just take a little child's pose or a seat, that is always welcome. All right, let's start today in a constructive position of rest. You can come to lie down on your back when you're ready. And we'll have the knees bent with the feet to the sides, drop the knees together. And then tuck your tailbone in a little bit to find full length through the spine, resting sacrum and lower back into the earth. Lower your hands to your lower belly and then close down your eyes. I invite you to set an intention for your practice. Tuning into what do I need today? And once you have that, you can gently let that go and guide your knees into the chest space. Right hand on the right knee, left hand on the left knee. Begin to create slow circular movements through your knees, moving in opposite directions. You can blink your eyes gently open as we find some space through the inner thighs and groin area. Let's change the directions of the circles. And then gently release that. Plant your left foot into the ground, reach your right leg into the sky. Wrap your hands around your right calf muscle, thigh, or ankle joint. Anywhere is fine. And start to pull your leg closer to your chest. If you can keep the leg straight, please go there. Let's keep the foot flexed here. The right foot is nice and flexed. Take a full breath. And then as you breathe out, cross it over your left thigh, figure four stretch, hands weave in between the left leg. So interlace the hands around the left shin or thigh as we hug the left thigh closer and pull the right knee away from us to increase that stretch. Keep your lower back connected to the ground. Take a relaxed breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Gently release that. Land your right foot to the ground. Stretch your left leg into the air. Find where you had on the first side. Find your non-habitual interlace of your hand. And then pull your left thigh closer towards you. Finding some space. Exhale. Let's cross it over the right thigh. Figure four. Beautiful. Release that. Uncross your legs, plug feet into the ground, find a bridge pose, and stretch your arms behind you in this variation, firming through your bum a lot, driving into the edges of your feet. Okay, listening carefully, we'll pull our right knee in towards our chest space now. You can keep the leg bent, or if you're feeling ready for it, kick the leg into the sky. We'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Land the right foot down to the ground, change sides. Left knee into the chest, kick leg up into the air, reach into your heel for 5, 4. Keep lifting the hips. 3, 2, and 1. Both feet to the ground. Stay in your bridge pose for a moment. And then lift your heels high off the floor. Squeeze the glutes a lot and hug your thighs together. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Slow and controlled. Roll the whole spine down to the floor, melting the back body to the earth. And then once you're here, hug your knees to your chest, hands around the shins, give yourself a squeeze, and then begin to rock forwards and backwards on your spine. Take a few rocks, and we will meet in a forward fold at the top of our space. Uttanasana, forward fold, top of your mat. You can grab onto your elbows, ragdoll, as you softly begin to sway from left to right, keeping your knees bent here. And let's take a nice big breath in through the nose. And then sigh it out. Release any tension, energy that you want to let go of. Invite some new energy into your body, into the space. Letting go of your elbows now. Let's land the left hand to the ground. Stretch your right fingers long, straightening through the right leg, firming into the glutes. And then exhale, changing sides, left fingers long, pushing firmly into both heels. On the out breath, lower both hands down to the ground. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forwards. Inhale, root to rise, high mountain pose, pushing down into the feet, reaching up through the fingerprints. And then bend the knees here, we cactus through the arms, interlace your hands and drop the head back into the hands. So elbows pull back, your knees stay bent, and you lift through your chest space. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, round the body inwards like a cat, drawing elbows closer together. And then inhale, we open up, making sure that your knees are nice and bent. We arch the spine. Exhale, we round. And we go again, inhale. Exhale to round. Inhale, open up. Exhale to round. One more time, beautiful. Lift your chest forwards, tailbone to the back. Exhale, round the body in, contract. Release the interlace of the hands, straighten the legs. Inhale, high mountain, reaching up through the arms. And then exhale, we fold forwards, bowing down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, plug the hands into the floor. We step it back into a plank pose. Staying in your plank for a moment, push away from the ground and hug the muscles of the legs to the bones of the legs, feeling the activity from the inside out. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the elbows, chaturanga, holding for 3, 2, and 1. Upward facing dog, take it nice and slow, firm the bum. And then bend your knees, slow roll back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Beautiful, let's begin to pedal it out. Take any small adjustments that you need. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. And then on your next inhale, elevate the heels high off of the floor. Listening carefully, spin your heels to the left, toes to the right. Sink your hips back towards your feet and then glide forward, side plank. Stretch your right arm long. Reach your right foot out in front of you and then continue to push away from the ground through the left arm. Hold. Slowly land your right hand to the floor and kick this right leg in the opposite direction, reaching the right toes out in front of you. See if you can keep the legs straight. Nice, guys. Land both hands to the ground and step it back, downward facing dog. Take a nice full breath. And then we take it to the other side. Heels lift, bring the hips back to the feet. Glide forwards to your side plank. You're on your right wrist now. Kick into your heel, flex into your foot. Land your left fingers down to the mat and kick that leg to the right side now. Reaching right fingers long, hold for another breath. Land your right hand to the floor, downward facing dog. Step it back and reach up through your hips. Take a full breath. Inhale, heels elevate off the floor, ripple forwards to a high plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana, holding for 3, for 2, for 1, upward facing, peeling your heart open to the front. Exhale, slow roll back, downward facing dog. And again, heels lift, come through to your plank pose. Chaturanga for 3, 2, and 1, upward facing, opening it up. Exhale, downward facing dog, we take it back. Okay, lovely, guys. On your next breath in, begin to lift the heels off the floor. We spin the toes to the right, heels to the left, draw the hips back. Glide forwards to a side plank. You're on your left wrist again, stretching right fingers long. Once again, we're going to kick the right leg forwards. reaching into the leg. Hold. And then land your right hand to the ground. Change sides, kicking your right leg to the left side. Okay, listening carefully now. You're gonna bend into this right leg and cross it over your left thigh in a figure 4 shape with your left arm extending up. Take a breath. Left hand lowers to the mat, pigeon pose, your right shin meets the floor. Walk your left knee back. Take a breath in as you elongate through the spine. And then exhale, fold and melt forwards. We have 2 breaths. Firm into the glutes to find that stability around your pelvis. Walk your hands closer towards your face. Push into the hands, tuck the toes, reach the toes back. 3-legged dog. Take a full breath. Exhale, low lunge. Land your foot in between your hands. Drop the back knee to the floor and reach the arms long into the air. Take a full inhale. And then as you exhale, tuck the back toes and reach forwards, flying warrior with the arms stretching behind you. Point the back toes. Lift up through the sternum, leading with your heart space. Bend into the bottom right leg and pull the left knee into the chest. 1-legged mountain pose. Stretching fingers long into the air. Hold for a moment. You can either keep this leg bent or play with kicking right into your foot, straightening it. Hold and breathe. Nice and slowly, you're gonna glide back into a flying warrior. This time a low flying warrior, so reach the toes back, bend generously into your right foot, hands meet at the heart space. Hold and reach back into your toes, breathing in. Breathing out, drop the back toes to the floor and sink your back left knee to the ground. Anjayasana, we take a breath in. Breathing out, half splits pose. Take the hands behind you or keep them on the floor. Flex into the front foot. Take an inhale. As we exhale, rock forwards, easy twist, stretching right fingers long into the air. Lean into the right shoulder, open yourself up. And then swivel onto the edge of your left foot, wild thing flipping over. Let's lift, let's open, let's expand. You might drop the head into the right hand here for a moment to feel into a sense of freedom and play. Drop the hips down to the ground. Keeping the right knee bent, we twist, wrapping left hand around the right thigh. Elongate through the spine, find space. Slowly unwind, facing the front of your space, drop the right hand to the floor and pull the right knee into your chest space. Hollow out through the armpits and then drop your right knee down to the ground. Supported side plank, stretching left fingers long into the air. Bend into your left elbow now and drop the head into your left hand. Firm into your bum and then lift up through the heart. So find a moment of freedom and expansion as you open up the front line of the body. On the exhale, lower your left hand to the ground. We'll meet in a 3-legged dog, stretching your right toes nice and high into the air. Take a full breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. Both feet meet the ground. Nice full round of breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Taking it to the other side. Inhale, lift through the heels. Swivel the heels to the right, toes to the left. Sink the hips back and then come forwards to your side plank. Extend your left leg forwards in front of you. Push away from the ground. Nice and slow, left hand meets the floor. Kick the leg to the right side, opposite direction. Reaching right fingers long, hold. Okay, bend into the leg, dropping foot to thigh, figure 4, lifting up through the hips. Try to really lift up through the hips as you ground away from your left wrist. And then land your right hand down to the floor, drop the shin down, pigeon pose. Let's elongate through the spine, lifting sternum up. And then exhale, melt forwards. Just fire up your bum, your glutes. Find a sense of stability as we get deeper into our hips for a moment. And then on the next out breath, walk yourself back up. Press into your fingerprints, tuck the toes. You'll reach your left toes into the air, three-legged dog, full breath in. Exhale, low lunge, land the foot forwards, drop the back knee to the ground and extend the arms to the sky. Feel the energy travel up the spine, up the arms, up the fingers. Let's go for it. We shift forwards, flying warrior, reach back through the toes and reach the fingers to the back foot. Point the back toes on the inhale. Exhale, one-legged mountain pose. Pull the right knee into the heart space. Stretch the fingers long. If you did so on the first side, kick the leg out in front of you. Kick into the heel energetically. And then nice and slowly, nice and controlled, take it back. Glide it back into a low flying warrior, gliding hands to heart, bending into left leg a lot. Let's point the back toes. Pull the navel to the spine. Land the back toes down to the floor and drop your right knee to the earth. Stretch the arms long on the in-breath, tucking tailbone in. On the out-breath, we straighten through the left leg and take the hands back. Half splits variation. Ground into the front heel. And then glide the body forwards, easy twist, reaching left fingers all the way to the sky. Take one breath in. Exhale, flip that dog over, wild thing, dropping head into left hand, firming into your glutes to allow that beautiful expansion to happen through the front body, the chest, abdominal wall. Lower the hips down, we'll find a twist, wrapping right hand around left thigh, lengthen up through the spine, relax your face, and invite that feeling of play, continuing to find that play through your body, through your breath, and through your energy. Let's unravel. Right hand meets the floor, left hand meets the mat, pull the left knee into the chest space, and then lift the knee towards your heart. And then softly land your knee down to the ground. Supported side plank, stretching right arm long. Breathe. Let's drop the head into the right hand and find some space. Lift the center of your heart to the sky, to the ceiling. Gently let that go. Right fingers meet the floor, kick your left toes back, three-legged dog. Nice full breath. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Beautiful work. Take a nice connected inhale. And then on the exhale, lift through the heels. Bend your knees into your chest, crouching dog. Look forwards. Step or jump to the front of your space. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forwards. Keeping your knees bent, slowly peel yourself up to a standing position at the top of your space. Grounding firmly into the feet, we root up to rise, high mountain pose. Palms connect at the top, and then bend into the knees, interlace the hands. We drop the head back into the hands. Take an inhale. Exhale, we round the body in, contract. Inhale, we open and expand, keeping the knees bent, arching the spine. Exhale, we round. And again, inhaling. And exhaling last time. Inhale, root up to rise. Feel the energy travel up the legs, up the spine, up the arms. Exhale, fold forwards, melt down over the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank pose, take it back. Chaturanga. To an upward facing, push into your fingerprints. Exhale, roll the hips back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Okay, beautiful. On your next breath, when you feel ready for it, you can reach the right toes into the air, stretch into your toes, point the toes here, and then land your foot in between your hands, low lunge. Drop the back knee, Anjayasana, tuck the tailbone and reach the arms to the sky. We shift the body forwards, flying warrior, reaching back into the toes. Fingers reach for the back foot as well. Take an inhale. Exhale, pull the left knee into the body. Don't worry if you wobble, that's okay, that's part of it. Just find a sense of freedom. Kick the leg forwards. Now let's really play with straightening the leg. Even if the leg is here just hovering off the floor, that's totally fine. But let's really extend fully through the leg. Okay, nice and slow, slow motion this time. We take it back into a flying warrior, drawing the hands to the heart space, and then we bend a little bit more into the right leg. Point through the back toes, hold. Pull the belly to the spine, find focus, find embodiment. Slowly drop those toes down towards the earth. Drop the left knee to the ground. Nice work. Stretch the arms long. Breathe in. On the exhale, half splits pose. Take the hands behind you or just lower the hands to the floor wherever you are. Meet yourself where you are at. Nice full breath. On the next out breath, rock the body forwards to a lunge and then reach the right toes back into a three-legged dog. Take a breath in, and then as you breathe out, drop the big toe and second toe over your left heel and pull the heel closer to the mat. Try to ground your foot, your left foot, as close to the floor as you can as you increase the stretch through your calf. And then draw your right foot all the way over to the left side. We'll start to bend into the knees quite a lot, drawing your hips towards your feet. Lift yourself up into a wild thing variation with your knees bent now. Stretch your right fingers long. Open the body up. Find some space. If you want to play here in full wheel, you're welcome to go there now. Just finding, again, a sense of freedom, but a sense of support as well through movement, through breath, through connection. When you're ready to come out of it, lower the hips first. We'll transition into our plank. If you're still in your full wheel, take it slow, don't rush out of it. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll the hips back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Stretch into your left toes as they sweep high, three-legged dog. Point the toes, feel the energy travel up the front line of the leg. Exhale, low lunge, land forwards. Dropping back knee to earth, Anjayasana, we stretch long. Find play. Let that be your mantra. Let's continue. Flying warrior, take the hands back, finding that momentum in the movement. Stretch back through the toes, breathe in. Exhale, one-legged mountain pose, breathing out. Reach the arms to the sky, and then kick into your heel. Firm into your glutes, finding that active strength now. Hold. Okay, nice and slow, slow motion. We transition into our low flying warrior, hands to heart. Bend into the left leg, point the back toes. Hovering chest over left thigh, hold. Drop the back toes slowly to the floor and then drop that back knee to the ground, Anjayasana. Push into the front foot, reach through the fingers, relax the collarbones in your face. Exhale, half splits pose. Let's straighten through the front leg. Press firmly into the left heel. Glutes slightly engaged. Low lunge, travel forwards, plant both of your fingers to both of your hands to the floor, and then stretch your left toes back, three-legged dog. Take a full breath. Exhale, draw the toes over your right heel. Left big toe and left second toe over the right heel here. Pressing right heel closer to earth. And then draw that foot over to the right side. Let's go for our wild thing variation, lifting up through the hips. If you took your full wheel here on the first side, you're welcome to go there now. Now when you're ready to come out of it, lower the hips first. Your left hand meets the floor. Let's transition into our plank last. Chaturanga of the day, guys. Let's do it. Chaturanga. Upward facing, inhaling. And then exhale, drop the knees down to the floor. Child's pose, balasana. Softening forehead to earth. Relax into self. On your next exhale, you can very slowly, as if you're moving through something really thick and sticky, taking your time to roll yourself up into a seated position, gliding hands over thighs. And then elongate the spine, aligning the top row of teeth in line with the shoulders, in line with the pelvis. Tuck your tailbone slightly. Can you close your eyes and just give yourself space to acknowledge where you are physically and mentally, and how far you have come. On your next breath in, you can gently blink the eyes open and glide your legs over to the left side. We'll extend both of our legs to either side of the mat in a straddle position. We'll reach the arms to the sky, keeping those feet flexed. And then exhale, let's take a stretch over towards the right, stretching left fingers long. Inhale, come back up to your midpoint. And then exhale, stretch over to the other side, reaching through the right fingers, opening up. And then on your out breath, you can find your center, walking the hands to the middle, firm into the muscles of the legs. So coming into an active stretch as we get into a deeper range of motion, but we still maintain the contraction through the muscles. On your exhale, begin to roll yourself up. Wrap your hands around your thighs and draw your legs together. And then scoot yourself forwards. You can have your feet connected to the earth, spread into the toes and reach the hands forwards. Tuck the chin as you round and slowly glide your spine down to the floor. You can gently pull the right knee into towards the body, find a wind-removing pose. Take it over towards the left side in a gentle supine twist. Grounding the right shoulder, looking towards your right fingers, or maybe closing the eyes. Breathe softly into the heart. On your out breath, guide the knee back into your center. Give your leg a squeeze and then send it forwards to meet your other leg. Change sides. Left knee pulls in. Breathe fully. And then exhale, twist in the opposite direction. Melting left shoulder down to the earth, having your left hand facing the sky. On the out breath, pull the left knee back into the center of your body. And then hug both knees into the chest. Give yourself a final squeeze, pulling forehead to knees. Nice full breath in. And then exhale. Let it all go. Find Savasana. Just make sure that you're nice and warm. If you need to put on any socks or a sweater, you're very welcome to do that. Have your hands facing the sky. Close down your eyes. And just drop into stillness now. Take a slow breath into your heart space. And then continue to breathe deeper into your chest, into your lower belly, feeling the full expanse of your lungs and of your capacity as you breathe. Taking a moment before you move to revisit your intention that you set at the beginning and letting that feeling or that energy come alive for you. Really holding on to it and letting it live in your body. And then on your next breath, you can gently awaken your joints by finding some small movements through fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Circle it out. Coming into any stretches, you might reach your legs into the sky, point and flex through the feet. And then bend into your knees and roll over to the side of your space in a fetal position. Relax into yourself here and maybe hug your energy inwards, almost like a little protective bubble. Knowing your boundaries, knowing your worth. And then slowly coming up into a cross-legged seat when you're ready to do so. And if you are still in Savasana, please stay. Let's seal in our practice today by placing our hands to the heart space and then sit up nice and tall. And take a full breath in through the nose and direct the breath right into your heart. Exhale, slow release through the nose. And on your next breath in, you can gently draw the hands together. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. And I just want to say thank you for showing up for yourselves. You know, doing this work, it really makes the difference in not just your life, but everyone else around you. Because when you really connect to yourself, you connect to your intuition, you connect to your truth and your authenticity, it becomes more difficult to live out of alignment. So yeah, I just want to say that. Thank you so much for coming, and I hope you have a beautiful day or evening. Namaste.